Beckett, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring that little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. This is part 12 of the 48 Ways to Wisdom. 48 Ways to Wisdom is a series, is a 48-part series developed by Rabbi Noach Weinberg, based on something called the Mishnah, a codification of Jewish law from 2,000 years ago. Part of that Mishnah is called Ethics of Our Fathers, Pirkei Avot, where the rabbis of the time wrote down stuff that would be useful for all humanity throughout time. So part of that, one of these Mishnahs is cool. It talks about the 48 things you need to do to acquire greatness, which is wisdom, and so and they list they're like 1 or 2 word things each. So my rabbi said he passed away about 10-15 years ago now. Rabbi Noach Weinberg came up with this series. This is really his thing. This was really his thing. And you know, the great thing about it, again, you don't need to be Jewish, baby. You don't need to be Jewish. It is just generally speaking good advice that you could that anybody with any worldview can use. And if you use this stuff, you will attain great. You can use this to attain greatness and achieve pretty much whatever you want to achieve, or at least be in the position where you're able to achieve it, right? So these are that's the 48 ways. Before we get into it, like, share, subscribe. All these things are great. Thank you very much. I do like liking. I do like sharing. I do like you subscribing. And if you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. Comment is great. The algorithm like comment. And go check out my Indiegogo. I think we're ending it next week, so we can fulfill it. I want to send you the comic. It's all in the video notes. We've got a very special poster coming up at the end, which I've talked about on my other videos. Fine, let's talk about this way number 12. Growth through learning. And this is something I'm actually experiencing at this moment as I'm talking to you, right? Because it's an incredible thing. It's so this is the last of a mini grouping, which I call because somebody else's name for it. Rabbi Ariel Abe Niven calls the tripod of objectivity. There are 3 really important relationships you should try and get in your life. There is have a mentor. That was way number 10. If honor the wise person, get a mentor, somebody who's ahead of you in life, somebody who can advise you. Get a friend, somebody at the same level at you in life. Again, somebody who can bounce ideas off and advise you. And the way to really know anything, the way I understand it, is for you yourself to be a mentor, right? And it doesn't matter how old you are or where you are in life. You have something to give, right? You have knowledge to give. You have life experience to give. You have something you will be able to put full for other people. So that's the essence of this way to wisdom, and by teaching something means you have to know it. You have to know it really, really well, and if you don't know it well, you fail, right? It just utterly fails. So let's read this together. Don't let your idea remain a hazy notion in your imagination. Transmit it to others and make it a reality. Yes, the more you're able to concretize your ideas, the more you're able to communicate them, but the more clarity with which you have it, the more real that you can make it. I remember there's a very good book called A Writer's Tale by Rusty Davis, written by also Rusty Davis and Ben Cook. Ben Cook, not such a nice guy on Twitter, right? He's a bit, but the book's really good. It's Rusty Davis, who was the guy who revived Doctor Who in 2005, talking about writing, the act of writing. And by writing, you have to make things clear in your head. So he said, just try writing down all the movements one does. And they go into a room, sit down, and they start drinking a cup of coffee. Like first you do this, then you do that, then you do, and because you have to become aware of everything you do, and to make that happen, you have to make it a reality in your head. And the more real you make it, the better you can transmit it. So the clearer you understand something, the better it is. So way number 12 in Hebrew is called Pipor HaTamidim, which is discuss with your students. So let's read this through. Remember in school when the math teacher asks who knows this equation, you raise your hand and they go ahead. Well, that was never me. I was never like, I don't know. Go ahead and explain it to us, and then you start over and you go, well, and you try and explain the idea over, right? Or you hear something and you try and explain something over, and you don't know. Well, listen, I think something that happened Quite a lot. Quite a lot was for a lot. Yeah, a lot of people go according to the comments. Yeah, the recent U.S. election was a very contentious one. One where I think about half the world thinks the person who won cheated. Right? I'm not allowed to say that on YouTube. I'm just saying half the world, like half the world, 40% of people think thinks they cheated. And the trouble is, whenever any of these two people, the two groups really talk to each other. But whenever they did, if you didn't have your information like that, right, like at your fingertips, you sounded like a blithering moron. And the only reason you could have that information at your fingertips is by transmitting it to other people, by speaking it out. Right? So, yeah, understand your stuff. That's why the whole QAnon thing is bad news. It's bad news because it makes you sound like an idiot because just things just don't hold water. Because when you sort them out, they don't hold water. So obligation C, teaching is a profound moral obligation. Why? Imagine somebody has the cure for cancer and doesn't share it. Yeah, and this is a real truism again. You have stuff that is unique and is valuable to other people, right? Now you shouldn't go around like inserting yourself into other people's lives or everything. But I live. This is the way I live my life. I walk around going, because I'm a crazy religious guy. I go like, why did God put me here and now? Right? Why am I in this moment in this time right now? Okay, why is this going on? And a lot of times you'll just find yourself in a situation where you will have something to give other people. Now you don't have to believe in God to have that point of view. Just like keep your eyes open. If somebody can use your help, a lot of people think, what do I have to say? I don't have anything. No, just go ahead and give your help. Now in some cultures they do that too much. In Israel, everybody is willing to teach you and have opinions. The old joke is, why do people not have sex in the street in Israel? Is because the passers-by will tell you what you're doing wrong. And with me, it'll be everything. The drive to communicate, that's part of teaching. Everyone knows the difference. Everybody enjoys making a difference in people's lives. 99% of the world, whether journalists, psychologists, or dentists, or whatever, are motivated, at least in part, to help others. Yeah, I think that's a basic. We have basic altruism within us, which I think is what teaching is into a certain. Teaching is you just want to help other people. Now again, something to be watchful of when you are trying to teach things to those people. So, am I trying to make myself big? Am I trying to aggrandize myself in my own eyes, or do I actually have anything to genuinely add? Am I trying to help this person, or am I trying to help me? That's like a real. I would say a real important constant that you should be aware of, right? I think that's an important constant you should actually be aware of. Create the desire. So. This is just good advice in teaching. Imagine that a child is sick with a rare disease. If an acquaintance says, if it's an acquaintance, you already say, "Oh, that's terrible." I'm saying, you hear somebody who's got a disease, and you go, "Oh, that's terrible." If it's like your cousin, you'll be like, "We got to do something. You'll search the internet. You got to find something." If it's your own child, you'll leave no stone unturned. Great movie that you can see this is called Lorenzo's Oil. It's about this kid called Lorenzo had a disease, which was this incurable disease, and I think the parents, either the mother or the father, both of them, made themselves into scientists to work out a cure for this thing, which was the oil. And again, when you're motivated, you will do a lot more, right? You'll do a lot more. So there's no motivation. There's no guarantee of success. But the most important thing is what I'm talking about just now is caring, right? It's caring. The more you care about it, the more motivated you are, right? So that's why I said before. Make sure when you're teaching, you're not trying to aggrandize yourself, but you're trying to lift somebody else up. Don't bore your audience, which you will always do if you're just aggrandizing yourself, right? Clarify your goal. Great. This is great. Be clear and concise. Use the least words humanly possible. This is advice I should really give myself. Use the least words humanly possible to get your point over. Teach, don't preach. Don't try and force people to do what you want them to do, right? You say, this is what I do, and this is why I do it. You're not preaching to them. You're not saying, you're wrong because you don't do it. You're saying, this is why I do what I do, right? Make it real. Making teaching things real. Inspire action. Why is teaching a way to wisdom? Let's see what their bullet points are. The test of whether you grasp an idea or not is to teach it to others. Until then, you really don't understand it, and that's really the point where you do learn an idea. We all want to be good. Sharing wisdom gives you the self-respect that comes through sharing. Well, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, listen, it's good for you. When you're doing something good for other people, it's always good for you. If it's your own child need to know something important, you'll care enough to teach it. Okay, I guess so, but I don't really understand the I can't be bothered. I guess there are people like that. Teach whenever you can. That's true. The more you practice, the better you get. Well, let me know if I'm getting in better. Teaching others is a meaningful way to get a deep expression of creativity. Yeah, I completely agree. Students make you honest with yourself. So this goes back to the tripod of objectivity. When you have students, they will tell you guys in the chat do this all the time in the comments. You will tell me when you think I'm full of crap, and I thank you for it. I genuinely, you can tell me when you think I'm wonderful as well. But I thank you for it. Because it keeps you honest, and being honest is a good thing. Teaching others contributes to the betterment of the world. It absolutely does, and a better world. Not bad thing to have. A better world's a pretty good thing to have. So there you go. Teaching is indeed one of the ways to wisdom. Join me tomorrow for the next of the 48 ways to wisdom. My name's Taylor Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell, go check out my Indicoder, and have yourself a fantastic day.